Welcome to Musty Millennials. Today, we'll be revisiting the social media OG, MySpace. How about the music groups that launched because of MySpace? Paramore, My Chemical Romance, Arctic Monkeys. And shout out Tom for being our first friend. Speaking of first friends, or best friends, let's send it over to our hosts. Here they are, Gina and Kyle.
That was pretty good for someone who doesn't have a MySpace or never had one.
Never had one. Don't know anything about it.
That was nice. And it was not as insulting as the McDonald's double burger. So
honestly, that one lives in my brain forever, and I'm kind of happy.
I know. I kind of feel like it was a good one, even though it was insulting.
So I actually originally had shout out Tom first, and then I did the music group second, and I finished on Arctic Monkeys, and I was going to somehow tie that into YouTube, but I figured let's go nice this episode.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Tom needed a better picture. That was always like my feedback.
Why was he like, it looked like somebody caught him masturbating or something.
Yeah, actually,
yes,
that's a really
that's
good
actually
point.
a really...
He's like hiding with his back.
Well, also what I found out in my research is he's not the only founder. Like, why only is Tom our friend and not Chris DeWolf, the other founder?
That's why.
I mean, let's get into that.
Okay, but we're jumping ahead. I'm Gina.
Right. I'm Kyle.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, Brandon, I thought I wasn't allowed to say my name.
No, you're allowed
to say your name.
You can exist. You
Yeah.
just can't have as much airtime as the two of us.
Before we fully jump in, can we just paint a real quick picture?
Sure.
Gina is ready to burst with this child, right?
Yes.
I'm so uncomfortable.
She
I'm
is
panting.
wearing my pants.
Yep.
But they're tight.
Very tight.
It's because I peed in my PJs I was wearing before.
Right before we
Right.
hit
I was
record.
laughing because
Yeah.
Brandon was doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
And then
I don't even remember why we were laughing so hard.
because he was talking about something we should have done for our last podcast, and I said, "Who fucking cares? It's 100 listeners. Like,
But
stop
hey,
producing me."
Speaking of, we hope everybody had a lovely July 4th.
Speaking of. Okay, cool. Should we get into what we're here to do?
Yes.
Tell this guy to get out of my face.
What made you feel old?
Okay, so mine, I kind of need you to help me fill in the blanks.
Okay.
Our friend Kohler, who I work with, and I were talking, and he was going on this big Euro trip, and he was talking about a camera, and he was like, I don't want to take pictures on my iPhone. I want like a good camera, but he was like, I don't want to carry it around. And it made me think of, and I was like, oh, you know what you should get is, remember when we went to Vegas?
When I turned 21?
Yes, and Lynn had that little, I think it was called Flicks. It had a wrist strap on it, and it was just you took pictures on it, but you couldn't view them. Do you remember that?
Not in
You mean
the
like
slightest.
you couldn't view them right then and there, or ever?
No, you could, just right then and there.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't like a digital camera. It was a smaller version of it.
But there was no screen to preview.
No.
No, I don't remember
And
that.
I remember us when we were, the night where she was drinking champagne everywhere and carried out that around that champagne glass.
Yes, when was that?
It
When we went
must
on
have
that
been after
roof.
you turned 21. We went on the roof, and then she had and I thought it was called a Flicks, and I was joking with Kohler. I was like, you should get a Flicks.
Wait, that's
because
brilliant.
that was in between a digital camera and the phone. Because at that
let's
time,
look it up. Is that a thing?
I don't know. I couldn't remember. I thought you might. But it was just like a little thing, and she had the wristlet for it, and then you downloaded them onto your computer.
Lynn, if you're listening, text us what that was.
What that was, because it was kind of, for the time, it was before phone pictures were really good. So you needed something that wasn't as cumbersome as your digital camera to bring out to a frat party.
A Fleur?
Maybe it was a Fleur.
A Fleur, a Flicks?
I thought it was Flicks, but it was this funny little device that was something to accommodate our issues at the time.
Wow. Did Kohler know what it was?
No, he thought I was crazy.
But he's younger, right?
Yeah, he's Tom's age, but that's what, 4 or 5 years?
And I love Kohler, but why not just use your phone as the camera? Like phones today, the quality on a camera on a phone is like just as good as
Great question.
DSLR
Yeah,
camera.
it's a good question.
He's going to haul around a DSLR with a big lens?
Well, I mean, like, I feel like your family is one of the families that loves a good photo, or maybe it's just Hank.
Oh, no, he's obsessed with
It's
his
Hank,
Yes.
yeah.
So I understand that aesthetic of having like a real photo.
I feel like that's more about him just wanting to like be a photographer. It's like not even like about what comes out. I mean, the
It's a strong
pictures
hobby,
are beautiful.
And they do look and feel different. I will say
They
that.
do. They are nice.
So I think that's what Kohler was going for without having to carry around something.
what did
But
he-
unless
what did
you're
he
like
get?
into it,
I
you're
didn't
not-
follow up.
You're not buying. You're not buying a DSLR for one trip. You're either getting into it or you're not. I love that it had a little wristlet component.
Yes. And I remember it so
I wish I
vividly.
remember
Because
it.
she took very good care of her things. So I remember it being like in a case.
She was so classy drinking that
She
champagne.
was so classy.
I know.
And none of us were classy on the trip. We just
I actually
ate and drank.
distinctly remember peeing my pants as we went up that escalator and ran back to the Paris hotel. Do you remember that?
Yes.
In my tights.
Yes.
Why was I wearing
tights?
tights?
You were wearing tights. We were so embarrassing.
I know.
A lot of stories
So much
involve
pee.
you peeing your pants.
I'm telling you, my pelvic floor, I've already got a lot of feedback since I've been talking about it on the pod. It's like I have a community of people that care about my
community
pelvic
of pants
floor.
peers.
Yeah, or they're concerned.
No, they're concerned. They don't all even pee themselves. They just are like, here, let me help you.
Right.
It is my pelvic floor. I got to start doing workouts. But like first I have to like work out my body before I work out my pelvic floor. Like I can't even, that's like the least of my concerns. I have
let's
so
start
much other
one
shit
step
to
at
get
a time.
to first.
We'll get to the pelvic floor like fourth.
I don't even know if this is what they mean, but if they were making me do like Kegels
No,
and
Kegels
shit,
freaks me out, honestly.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, me neither.
Kate Homlish told me that there is somewhere you can go that they like
The
work
Kegels
out,
for you?
They work out your pelvic floor. It's like a physical therapist for your pelvic floor.
Is this episode going to be the episode where we try to name every single listener?
I mean, it's only 100.
We've hit like 6 so far.
Yes.
Well, we don't know if Lynn's a listener. We think she's probably not.
Kohler's definitely a listener.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you want to know what made me feel old?
Yes.
Yeah.
This has been happening to me a lot where I say references and they don't land, right?
Okay.
So, like the other day, well, actually, this one landed with one guy, but this is not what made me feel old. I'm just giving you an example.
Okay.
Where if I said to you, how did it come up? Whatever. And we are all dumber for having heard this.
Yes.
What's that from?
I don't know.
Oh, I know it. Billy Madison.
Right. So I said that. Only one guy understood. Whatever. But then the other day, Brandon went. We were going to listen to somebody that I know through work has a band. So we went to go support him. And he was like, oh, my buddy is going to join me and like open up. And he kept saying my buddy. So I like looked it up. He's a famous musician. And I'm like, oh, your buddy is a famous musician. And then I was like around other people at work and I was like, oh my God, it's the guy from Dispatch. And nobody registered. I'm like, the General? And then I started singing it. Nobody registered. I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me? You don't know this? Like, doesn't that just like hit you so hard, like college nostalgia?
Pete Francis.
Pete Francis, thank you. So I wouldn't have known Pete Francis's name on its own either.
No.
But then when I looked it up and realized he was in Dispatch, I was like, oh my God.
The guy from Dispatch.
If you saw him, Brandon will show you him, you would know. But like, isn't that kind of crazy that people just don't even know that bands exist?
Yes.
Or existed? And actually, Dispatch is still, I think, a thing.
Well,
They're
we
still
saw
a
them at
thing.
Sound on Sound.
But Pete Francis left.
Pete Francis left in 2019.
But the fact that they're like still performing is crazy that Gen Z doesn't even know who they are. Yes, that's him.
Pete Francis.
Oh, yeah.
See, you know who he is.
Yeah.
But it's just like annoying.
Kind of looks like the guy from Smart House.
Oh my God. The Irish guy.
Yeah.
What
Luck of the
heck's his
Irish,
name?
too.
Luck of the Irish was a great movie
Don't worry.
too.
Disney Channel Originals is going to be
I know.
enough.
We were going to do that today, actually.
Yeah.
And then we pivoted because I needed more time to research because it's such an important topic.
It really is.
I have to do it justice.
Yeah.
I mean, MySpace is important too, but it's easier to research. The canon of Disney Channel original movies is just extensive.
We have to
I
pin it
honestly
there.
think it's going to be a multi-parter because
Me
I have
too.
so many, like,
There's too many.
I don't even want to start talking about it.
No, we can't. All right, keep moving.
Brandon, what made you feel old? And is it your Stretch Lab merch? Because as Kyle noted, he is wearing a Stretch Lab t-shirt and
drinking.
also has the water bottle.
Yeah. Out of his water
Actually,
bottle.
I haven't seen Alex in a couple weeks, and I
And are you
feel-
I
feeling
can tell
it?
he looks less limber.
He feels
I can see
tight.
I don't
He
feel good.
feels tight.
I have been doing the splits in the bedroom.
Yeah, I can see it.
So I was waiting for our daughter to get off the bus, and I go out there, and I'm waiting a few minutes, and a car comes up the bend and hits the corner fast, like rips around the
Oh,
corner.
I think you meant crash.
Cuts
Like,
across,
takes the corner.
and takes the corner like half in one lane, half in the other. And I yelled at the top of my lungs like, "Slow down!" And then I was like,
Oh my God.
"Oh my,
I'm 100.
God,
Oh my God,
Jesus."
you are 100.
I thought of Mr. Summerfield.
Who's that?
Mr. Summerfield was our neighbor growing up. That me,
Oh, he
my
said that like
brother-
it was a real
He said it was
reference.
a reference we knew.
He
Well,
wanted us to
hey,
ask.
Shout out half our listeners: Brian Morton, Justin Woodall, my brother Adam. That's 3.
Sick.
Seeing how many we
Brandon's
can hit.
friends. Keep going.
Anyway,
next.
we all knew who Mr. Summerfield was. He wouldn't let anybody on their property. He had all these massive trees in his backyard, and you could not get into his backyard. And sometimes our ball, we'd be playing baseball or whatever.
Is this the movie Sandlot?
Is it Sandlot?
It was very much the
Do
same
you
thing.
have the Beast?
Yeah,
And
does he have a
everybody
dog?
was no. Everybody was terrified of him though, but that was I felt like Mr. Summerfield in that moment when I yelled at the car.
Or like Home Alone.
Ooh.
When you're scared of the spooky guy who ends up being nice, shoveling snow.
And then he helps you in the end, right?
Yes.
He saves him.
I love a mean guy who turns out to be nice.
I like that too. Is Mr. Summerfield nice in his heart?
No idea. He's dead.
I think not. Okay.
Well, rest in
R.I.P.
peace, sir. I'm sure he was an icy, and you guys didn't know it.
I don't know. Never saw that side.
All he just wanted was for you to get the fuck out of his way. I can
And
relate
honestly,
to that
I can
more
relate.
the older I get.
Oh, I respect it so much.
This one, Chloe will appreciate. This podcast is happily sponsored by Wonderweave, where each story is a doorway to a child's imagination. Wonderweave is an innovative app that crafts custom tales for your child with text, vivid images, and audio narration, all powered by the magic of AI. Proudly woman-owned, Wonderweave champions creativity and learning, transforming screen time into an interactive journey. Just picture your little one, eyes wide with wonder as they explore stories where they're the star, brought to life through your own voice, thanks to the app's unique voice cloning feature. Every parent wishes to leave a mark in their child's heart, and Wonderweave lets you do just that. Whether it's before bed or on the go, your voice can be the comforting guide through enchanted worlds and spirited adventures. So why wait? Embark on this captivating voyage with your child. Visit wonderweave.app now to start your free trial and create lasting memories one magical story at a time. Wonderweave, bringing families closer with every word.
Okay, let's get into MySpace.
Please.
Do you know what year it was founded? Let's start there.
Oh, okay. MySpace was probably 99.
What do you think?
2002.
I mean, he's not going to win anything. Don't think that hard.
2003. So I assumed Tom was the founder, right? Our first friend.
Yeah, dude.
So he is, but he's not the only one. So that was my point before. Like, why is only
they
Tom
a
my
team?
friend? So it's weird. It says Tom Anderson, Krista Wolf, and a group of E-Universe, which later became Intermex Media employees. So it's like a crew,
Is that to like disseminate credit?
I guess. But why is only Tom my friend?
But it's different than Facebook where it was like those
Maybe somebody in that group, they had to put like, hey, we need somebody to be the face, like front runner, first friend of this to show that there's
Yeah.
friends.
He's just
and
the
Tom's like,
he's
hey
the
man, I'll do it.
mascot.
Yeah.
Or he's like the idea man and he needed some minions to execute.
Maybe he wasn't technical, like the Steve Jobs Wozniak
Right.
situation.
All right.
So it was created to compete with Friendster, which I don't remember. Do you remember
I
Friendster?
remember Friendster existing. I have no idea what it looked like. I just remember hearing about
I
it.
definitely didn't have it. Did you?
No, but I remember Chad talking about it. Chad had it.
Well,
Chad-
he's,
Well,
he's
52.
old. Yeah.
Chad who did the graphics for Musty Millennial.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's also 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
So
He's almost 50.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically. So it was just a popular networking site is all I have written in my notes.
Yes.
But Friendster existed, and then MySpace founders were like, we're going to essentially replace you. Mm-hmm. So in like 2004, it started to grow. So it took about a year to pick up, but the niche was like musicians, which I remember in the later years, it became about music.
Yeah.
But musicians, as Brandon was saying, was like who they were targeting and how they were getting famous. So it's kind of like the original TikTok. That's
Yeah.
happening today
Sure,
too,
yeah.
right?
That's what I remember most about MySpace was it was like musician.
Well, you
heavy.
could also play music behind your page.
There was a music sharing feature, which I don't remember. I knew you could put music on your page.
Yeah.
But I guess that there was some
But
sharing.
we were also using LimeWire for that. So why do we need that dual feature?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know what I mean? Like we didn't need it for that.
Yeah.
Why would I
that's
share it on MySpace when I can just fucking download it on
when I can
LimeWire?
focus on my top 8 and what fight I was going to get into with who because they were or weren't on my top 8.
Yes.
Gina, since you're the only one here that had it, what was your like? Do you remember signing up? Do you
I remember
your
nothing.
First photo?
No idea. But all I remember is that, which my research confirmed, but I remember this. There was like a way to like fuck around with the HTML and create those like dolls of you. And I like your faces are so confused.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Whatever. You could do some like customization that like allowed you to create these like cartoonish versions
Like a
of you.
Bitmoji.
Kind of. It was like the OG.
Yeah.
But I like was basically a coder. Like I think I should put it on my resume. I was
probably
HTMLing all up in this bitch. And couldn't tell you how I did it, what I did, but I was like seeing the back end of the computer to get my doll, which I made bleach blonde because I had dysmorphia.
Yes.
Didn't understand that my hair was no longer blonde. They obviously were like super sexy, like bodies.
Right.
Cool clothes. I think that was MySpace. I might have conflated two different things. No, but in my research, it says you could play with the HTML. Yeah. And that was like part of what made it cool because it was like super customizable.
Yes.
Down to like, you'd be doing like the art. What's the color thing? RGB?
Yeah.
Like you'd be fucking with the color code in the back.
Yes.
So like I said, I was basically a tech nerd coder for a minute.
100%.
But I wasn't because we all were. So it wasn't special.
Yes.
In 2006, this is a crazy stat.
Okay.
They became the most visited social network. So they were like Facebook before Facebook by a long stretch. And they surpassed Google in terms of traffic.
Whoa.
Isn't that insane? I remember
insane.
Incessantly checking my MySpace. Incessantly. In a different way than Facebook. Like MySpace was like...
Because you had to do it on a computer too. You didn't have the mobile.
Oh, maybe that's why it was like so thrilling to like run and like see what happened.
Because it was also different than AIM in that way because AIM we had for so long and then MySpace was so much more like visual and informational.
It was like also expressive.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
That's what I mean about the customization. Like
it was your personality.
So much
it was
about
like
you.
The Tiger Beat cover of your life.
Yeah, which is like pressure.
What was it called? A collage of your shit.
Yeah. And it was a lot of pressure. And I don't think the top 8 was even there in the beginning. So I think when that was added, that's a whole nother social pressure. People were getting in like, and for those that don't know, I assume you do, but top 8 was like you had all these friends on MySpace, but you featured your favorite top 8 friends on your page. And there was even politics around the order of
yes,
top 8.
Absolutely.
Like it's kind of like the OG fight about like bridesmaids walking down the aisle.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, are you going to be my number 1, 2, 3, or 4 best friend?
Right.
That's bad.
And when you're like placed a number on it, it stings. We can pretend it doesn't exist. No, you have to walk in that order.
Well, and then it's like, is it about like tenure? Or is it about depth?
Right.
Right?
Absolutely. So quantity or quality, bitch.
Totally. And then what does that say if I put you at 2, but you put me at 3? Then do I have to dock you to
honestly,
3?
like, fuck you.
No, then you're out. Yeah. Then, you know what? Fuck it. You're off my top 8.
Well, I was like 7 for you. I'm just kidding.
No, you weren't around during my MySpace era.
No, I was talking about bridesmaids.
No, you were. Oh, well, I have 7,000 cousins.
No, exactly.
But you were my second friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so their users, 100 million users
100.
in 2007. 100 million. They peaked at 115, like active monthly users, but in 2007,
that's so many.
They expanded globally, and that took them to 100 million.
And then like age range, you think about.
I think it was wide.
I think it was wide too because I think
there were creepers on there.
Well, and also there's this whole BuzzFeed thing that was all the celebrities who had these MySpaces like Tom Hardy, Taylor Swift, like these real big celebrities now, but their MySpace pages that still live in infamy are like them being normal people on MySpace, which is so embarrassing.
Well, also Brandon said, which I couldn't figure out, they still have a site that you could go access and assuming you didn't delete it at the time,
right,
could reactivate your MySpace. So I tried to do it, but I couldn't. I don't even remember what email I was using then. You need your login.
No, dude.
Oh, he's got it. Who is that?
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy was hot even then.
Tom Hardy's a smoke. Man.
I don't know what the equivalent was, but I would have poked him.
I would have poked him for sure.
Oh my God.
Remember on Facebook when you could poke?
And when people poked you, you're like, bro, you poked me.
But wait, but poking is like a flirt.
No, poking is a flirt, but if someone poked you, it was weird. But if you poked them, it was completely fine. Yeah.
They also had that whole thing, which we won't go down the rabbit hole, but remember when they had the relationship status? It's complicated.
Yes, they don't have that anymore?
No, well, actually, I have no idea. But that was like
I haven't had a complicated relationship status.
I know.
In some time, which is... You know,
that's probably
that makes me feel old.
To your growth.
Makes me feel
old. We miss a nice complicated situation.
But this is my question, okay? So I remember MySpace being on the scene. I wasn't allowed to have one. And then if I wanted to fight for it, which I probably could have eventually won.
Yep.
But I was so stressed out about the hierarchy in school, about the top 8.
You should be.
That I didn't want to be a part of it. So it was easier just to blame my parents and be like, I can't have one. Because I didn't want to be involved in that.
It like gave you anxiety.
And expressing myself in that way. I told you guys, I'm the AIM girl who was like,
BRB.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Like I don't want you to ever know where I'm at.
I like want to express myself.
I did not want to pour my heart out to you. I can't put it in writing. Like I hate that shit. So I never wanted a MySpace once I probably had an inkling, I could have gotten my parents to agree to it.
But in 2000, wait, the peak was, what did I just say? 2007? How old were we?
Oh, I was in college then.
No.
Yeah, I
oh,
just
yeah, you
graduated.
had
I
just
was.
gone.
Yeah, you would be graduating.
Okay. Yeah, high school, I do remember it, but not really, actually.
I remember it in
I
high
remember
school.
it like freshman year.
Of
I
high
don't
school.
remember of high school.
Yeah,
I
not
don't
college.
remember it like later in high school.
Well, that's what I'm asking is because the timeline overlaps with when Facebook allowed kids our age to
okay.
get
So I
Facebooks.
remember this. So my friend Caitlin Donahue, shout out Caitlin Donahue. No idea if she listens, but I'm going to tell her to now that I talked to her.
Yeah, please.
She went to college a year before me and then came back, and I remember her when I was a senior coming back, and I remember the night that she told me about Facebook and created it for me because they had just opened
Yes,
it
opened
to
it
people
to
who weren't in college.
Under 18.
So that was my senior year. So by then MySpace was gone. But what is actually interesting is in 2005, it was sold like multiple times. I guess actually it's not really your founding father anymore, but News Corp acquired MySpace, owned by Rupert Murdoch, for $580 million.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they like
When
saw
was
its
that?
potential. 2005, so before the peak. He owned it during the peak. So Tom like was rich.
Yeah. Oh,
And
definitely.
he was still wearing
Probably
that stupid
still
white
is.
tee. Well, yeah. So there's a Tom's exit somewhere in this research, but I'll get there when I get there. I have so many fucking pages I can't find it.
Another-
Is that Tom?
Another Tom Hardy photo from his
See,
MySpace.
that's what I'm saying is it's like he's such a human
Oh, he
loser.
looks gross in that one.
But it's like what you thought was cool because we didn't know how to post photos of ourselves on the internet.
I know.
You know, like
we
it's
weren't
silly.
practiced.
No.
We'll post some of these on our Instagram, but if you are bored and listening, just Google Tom
Hardy
Hardy
MySpace.
It's
Okay, can you do Taylor Swift?
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor Swift MySpace.
Because
is
she
good
was
too.
our age. So
I
like
think J-Law was on there too.
J Law or J Lo.
J-Law. J-Lo is a
It's like
maniac.
50.
We got to take it offline for this, but Ben Affleck and her are having
No,
some
it's on the
troubles.
rocks.
Yeah.
Speaking of on the rocks,
holy shit.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Let me see her curly hair. Oh my god. Well, she was going through a phase.
Wowee.
Is
Did
that
she have a
fake?
lip ring?
That's her emo phase, I think.
No, that's his mouse on her
Everyone,
lip.
everyone had an emo phase on MySpace. I think that was.
I think that was like when you were meant to be emo.
Exactly.
You were like expressing yourself through weird music. So I was going to say something, a nice little segue, but I forgot it, that was insulting the person that then bought MySpace.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what famous person was part of the second acquisition of MySpace?
Justin Timberlake.
How the fuck did you know that?
Woo!
Did you know that?
No, I didn't. I really just guessed because he
Wait,
just
I
got
just
arrested.
lost it. Oh, here. So News Corp
Wow.
sold. Listen to this. News Corp sold MySpace to Specific Media, which was co-founded by Tim Vanderhook and Justin Timberlake for approximately $35 million, a fraction for what it was once worth. So they bought it on the lows. I mean, no, they bought it. They're idiots.
Yes.
So similar.
Wait, who's
What's
idiots?
the word?
Timberlake.
Timberlake. Also, he's always.
No, what do you mean? They bought it for 35, but the News Corp paid 600 million.
It was
for
Because
it.
that's
once
what it was
worth.
worth.
They bought it on its decline,
Yeah.
not its
Oh.
up.
Yeah, so it's not worth
Yeah, but those
anything
guys
anymore.
sold it for 35 million after buying it for 600.
Yeah, they're idiots too, but Justin bought a dying business.
Yes.
Which is pretty indicative of how stupid he is today, where
Well,
he's
got
getting...
his grubby little hands and everything. That's
He's
the only
just-
reason I had,
Including DUIs.
including DUIs.
What a dum-dum.
I mean, he's a fool.
I think that he's always been a bad dude. Brittany finally called him out, and now he's
Yep.
unraveling in the public, and Jessica Biel is way too good for him.
She is.
Unless she's bad too. Do we think she's bad too?
I don't. I think she's cool.
Okay,
Speaking
good.
of what made you feel old, the cop didn't know who Justin Timberlake
Oh,
was.
yeah, I saw that. He literally was like...
Yes.
He even read his license
Yes.
and didn't register. How young is that cop?
I mean,
Or how
seriously.
old is that cop?
No, I think it was a kid. I think they said he wasn't old
He was,
enough.
yeah, he was too young.
And then when Justin was like, this is going to ruin the tour, he said, what tour? And he said,
The
the,
World
World
Tour.
Tour. And now everyone is
And now it's a meme.
roasting him.
We told our kids that because she wanted to see Trolls 3.
Oh, yeah, that
and we were
Branch got
sorry,
arrested.
Branch
is
got
in
arrested.
jail.
Branches
there
and
won't,
McClane.
there won't be a Trolls 3. So anyway, Justin had his grubby little hands in there in
Yes.
2011, which I thought was a fun fact. They did try to, so prior to that though, so Facebook began to overtake them in 2009.
Yes.
So Justin bought it after Facebook was a player, which makes sense because 2009 we would have been in college and that's when it was blowing up.
Yes, and ironically, though, Justin was in the Facebook movie, but we can keep moving.
Yeah, The Social Network.
Wow.
Yeah.
He played the guy that created fucking Napster.
Yes.
Full circle.
Guys, like I said before, all of our podcasts weirdly tied together, probably because it's all about the same time frame. So yeah, Facebook started to overtake it. It became kind of a loser in the space, and then Justin Timberlake, for the loser that he is, decided to buy it.
Right.
They did try to rebrand to be like more specifically focused on music and entertainment, like like intentionally. I think it was kind of like that anyway, but then they were like, this is what we're gonna be. We're not gonna be Facebook. And then that makes sense why Justin was trying to get in, but it wasn't a good idea.
Right.
So I'm gonna go through the history and then I have like random facts and I'll pop back.
Okay.
We cool with that format? Yes. So 2013, they went through a major redesign. And so that was like, so the artists could have platforms. So that's probably when, I don't know this to be true, but that's probably when those artists like Paramore got found, because it was like meant to do that.
Yep.
And it was more visually oriented on the music and the entertainment content as opposed to like you as a person. In 2016, I know we're like,
that doesn't sound that
we're
far
coming like
long
up
ago.
on real life. Time Inc. acquired Viant, which is the parent company of Specific Media, which is what Justin Timberlake co-founded.
Sure.
Thereby becoming the owner of MySpace. So it switched hands again to Time Inc.
What was that? What was that price point?
It didn't say,
Probably
but I'm assuming they also bought it at a
pennies
shitty,
on the dollar.
And then there was also a crazy like data breach in 2016. So I don't know if that was before or after they bought it.
Did you get hacked?
I vaguely remember that.
Everyone got hacked.
Yeah.
So you got hacked.
Oh, you know what though? So some of this research, which is complete garbage, says 2016 and some says 2019. So I don't actually know if it was before or after timing, but
Maybe it was like our daughter and they just flipped the 6 and the 9.
yeah, maybe the researcher,
Maybe Charlotte did the
i.e.
research.
ChatGPT is fucking dyslexic. So 360 million accounts were compromised.
Yes, basically all of them.
So everybody. But I guess that's old and active. Because if you think about it, only 115 were active at its peak, but you could create, like, mine's probably still out there.
But wait a
Taylor
second.
Swift's is still out
No,
there.
100%. But also 360 million. There's what, 330 million humans in the United States. This
Yeah,
is
but it's global. It's global.
Right. But that's 360 million globally. That's an insane amount of people.
That is crazy.
That's
Yeah.
more than our country.
But that
That's
means
more than every human that exists in our country.
And that means that's how much data was in the hands of these hackers.
Right.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Bad. I do remember getting hacked.
I remember it was a huge hack.
Well, and considering how much you were expressing yourself, it's so vulnerable.
And it's also so embarrassing. It's more
That's what
so,
I mean.
It's not like nefarious. It's just like, oh my God, this is going to be
How
really
crazy would it be and a great film if Tom Anderson was the one that hacked?
No.
Yeah,
The
like
founder?
he's the devious Oz
He came
behind the
back
curtain,
in,
and he just like
yeah.
whips it open. And
This
he's
is
like, I have
part
all
of-
your data.
All part of his plan.
So
That photo was actually taken during the hack.
So actually, he did leave after the sale to News Corp so early. He retired from the tech industry and became a travel photographer. His iconic profile picture remains a nostalgic symbol. It does.
It
can
really
just
does.
think of
Well,
him.
anyone can bring that up in their brain. Like everyone knows what it looks like.
I mean, if you're a millennial, not a Gen Zer.
Sure.
I bet you Katie won't know that.
Like what color shirt was he wearing?
White, obviously.
But like, you know, Katie wouldn't know that.
And Brandon was right. He was like looking over his
no,
shoulder.
he was
like
looking
we
over his shoulder,
caught
like he was
him.
hiding.
Yeah, I know. Like looking at something dirty on his computer.
No, he was watching porn. Someone caught him, and he was like, "That's the shot."
Yeah. And he's like, this is what
Post
I
it.
want 360 million users to get as their first friend when they join this. Is that
You know what? That's awesome, though, that he retired and now he's just enjoying the good life, surfing, architecture design, photography, and golf.
I mean, it honestly is pretty cool. He cashed out, and he has a good life.
Cashed out.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Doing his
If
thing.
you're going to be a founder, I mean, unless you want to be a founder for life like Zuck. I mean, I would prefer the
No.
Tom route.
That's a
I
power.
would
That's
prefer
a
the
power
top.
thing.
Zuck's life sucks.
Yeah, but I don't think he thinks that.
Well, he's going to like fucking testify at Congress all the time and like is sweating bullets.
But then also like,
It's
Muay,
bro.
Muay Thai fights fucking Elon. So like,
Yeah,
what a
there's-
life.
Honestly, there's a lot of crazy shit
He has
happening.
like a compound in Hawaii living his life.
Yes.
Also, sweet haircut, bro.
I know. Although, did you see when they AI like hotified him? He
Yeah.
he kind of looked good.
No.
He was. What did they launch? They launched something, and he was talking into like a Facebook Live or something, and there was like a still of him, and they gave him like some shadow, like 5 o'clock shadow. They gave him like a chain or
Were
something.
we attracted to Zuck?
I thought he was fucking hot.
Wait. Whoa.
Yo.
He looks hot.
I know.
For sure.
I mean, I'd hit.
I would too.
I
mean,
need
I'm
him.
all past the
this
AI
is the type
Zuck.
of guy that wears a fanny pack, though.
No, not that one.
There is no way this Zuckerberg does not have a fanny pack.
Can you post that one on Instagram too? And
Chain
can we get a vote?
No,
can we get a
need to
vote from the ladies?
Honestly,
I don't
do it on a story so that we can get the active vote.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Because I think he's a smoke, and I would definitely fuck Hot Zuck.
Yeah, I would like a little bit of a trim on the top of the hair, but other than that, I like it.
Yeah, he needs
It's
to
a little
tighten it up
unruly.
a little bit. Yeah.
Where was I going? Zuckerberg's.
Honestly, I'm like
sexy ass.
titillated.
Yeah, like totally distracted.
Get
me.
back on track.
Oh, this is what I was going to share, but I already said it like 10 times because I was so proud of my coding. So their standout features was the ability to customize profiles with HTML and CSS, which I don't remember what either of those things are, but apparently I was fluent.
Savvy, yeah.
I think I took a CSS class in high school.
There you go. Yeah. Well, now they do like completely different languages. HTML and CSS are dead.
I went to high school 23 years ago.
It still sounds like gibberish to me, so keep moving.
But my point is, even if we did learn it, it doesn't matter. We're dinosaurs.
It's moot.
So that is like why it was digital self-expression, which I mentioned. The data loss incident. So there was a data breach and then a data loss, actually. Maybe that's the distinction. So 2016 was the data breach.
Oh, yeah.
In 2019, MySpace suffered a major data loss, resulting in the disappearance of millions of songs, photos, and videos uploaded between 2003 and 2015, which was another significant blow to their reputation. So it's like
everything that you could have
lost
back
all
in
your
and
expression.
Saw.
Yeah. So I wonder why we can still log in and see it. I guess you'd have to not have been affected by the data loss.
Exactly.
But what's cool about MySpace, obviously we're talking about it today, is like it has a pretty crazy legacy. Like
absolutely,
despite that it failed and declined pretty rapidly and Facebook blew it out of the water, it was the precursor to social media.
Well, it's
platforms.
like the Napster, like LimeWire era until we kind of figured it out.
Yep.
Like MySpace was the first of its kind, and then Facebook came in and just had a better platform, whatever. MySpace was also like chaotic in its presentation.
It was chaotic.
Like you could do whatever you wanted. You let everyone know your color scheme was different. Your background could move. Like everything was whacked and you could just present whatever you wanted.
It was truly like your diary.
Yes.
Well, so there was actually some concerns around explicit content though, because it was like fucking Wild West. So they were often criticized because it was so easy to find explicit content.
Yes.
Although I don't know if we talked about this before. Did you go into chat rooms ASL and talk to creepers?
No.
Oh, I did that.
I don't think I did.
Everybody did that. You would go into chat rooms and like
I remember going into chat rooms like on AIM.
It must have been on AOL. But my point is, like that, here, you could just stumble upon shit.
Yes.
Which is not great. There was actually some issues with underage users, too, because they were having an issue of verifying your age. So then there was, like, online predators trying to, because come and look at your MySpace
kids
page.
in my high school had them. Like,
right. That's
was
what
there
I'm
an
saying.
18 and over? It was commonplace for people who were young to have this.
I think they needed to verify your age so that it was clear that you were underage.
Oh, I see. I see.
I don't think you could. It's not that you couldn't join.
Couldn't join it.
But you had to, like, have a 16-year-old profile.
But there were also weird things when you were first getting... Because we were the dawn of internet, right? When you were first getting email addresses, when you were first logging on to MySpace, like, there were certain shitty... Like, did you have to be you couldn't have an email address and be 9. Granted, you wouldn't want one then because it just wasn't that time. But
no, GB in 2000 though. I was pretty young. It was 2000.
You were 11 when you got an email?
How old am I in 2000?
11.
Yeah. Can you imagine our kids getting AOL at 11?
That's what I mean. But it's not the same way because the traffic wasn't the same as it is.
Because no one like knew what it was.
And like nothing, we did nothing with it. We just happened to be able to chit chat with each other.
Yeah,
and like the
maybe it
emails you
was
got were
AIM.
dumb.
Yeah,
I know. I don't remember checking my email for anything valuable.
You've got mail, and it was like spam.
Yes, always spam.
Yeah, that's true. Well, speaking of spam, they had a ton of phishing and spam on MySpace, which I do remember.
Yeah,
because it was so chaotic that anything could come your way. Predators.
Yes.
Spam. Talk about
a virus.
Talk about LimeWire fucking up your computer. MySpace definitely took my shit
Absolutely.
down. Yeah, and there was lots of technical glitches all the time. So it wasn't really like technically sound. Because it was
because
open
they let you
to
do whatever you wanted to do.
So that apparently that frustration contributed to their decline. And then when Facebook came in, it was super clean.
Yep.
It was super easy to like navigate.
Yep.
And so MySpace became a thing of the past. There's also, when I was researching, a bit about mismanagement. So
you love
mismanagement of Blockbuster. I love to criticize a leadership team.
Yes,
you're
you
like
really
Marcus
do.
Lemonis.
It's because you're a beast in the industry.
It's just like, but you want to know what the theme is? Very similar to Blockbuster. They didn't fucking adapt. Adapt or die. That's my message to anyone out there leading an organization. Yes. Adapt or die. So yeah, they didn't innovate. And then they just fucking crash and burn.
Yeah.
Facebook did emulate some things, but not exactly. Like, did we ever have top friends on Facebook?
No. And Facebook, though, the reason I think that we were attracted to it at the time is that Facebook felt exclusive because only college kids were allowed to have it.
Yeah.
So when they opened it up to us, we were so excited to have an account.
Well, you know what I'm gonna say about
MySpace was like every fucking Joe Schmo could have one. Like, what makes that special? Like, Facebook made us want it.
Yeah.
Scarcity.
Scarcity. We have a theme of a generation.
Absolutely.
All I want to be,
desire it.
All I want is to be asked into the exclusive club.
Right. And that's what Facebook was. And then it exploded into everyone. But
now we just use it like we said last time. It's just like groups. But that's the thing is, that's what MySpace was about connectivity. Like based on interests, based on friends.
Yes,
and so
but the interface was not uniform in a way that made it stressful. MySpace let you do so much that it was like no page looked the same.
Which is very stressful.
Which like hurt my brain. Like it was just too overwhelming. And I'm not like expressing myself.
I know. So it's not your vibe.
It's not my vibe at all.
Mine would be like
a blank space with like my name on it.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
I was just going to say, and I didn't want to cut her off. But I wanted to be someone that could be creative and express themselves, but it never went the way I wanted it to.
I think I am, but I'm not.
So I kind of feel like I should have just taken your approach.
Yes, because I like to believe that I'm creative and cool and can express myself in a way that people are going to be like, oh, she's cool. But I don't
But that's like, this goes, I'm not going to go down this path, but this is like your MO.
Yes.
Just don't go the way of public opinion, and that's cool in and of itself.
Well, I would hope so. That's what I'm going for, but I don't know if not participating is the best way to do it.
No, not participating most of the time is probably the right answer. Well, let me ask you, do you guys regret not having a MySpace?
No, I don't regret it.
Do you wish you had one?
No.
Why didn't you have one?
I never even thought about it. I don't even remember even thinking about
How old were you in 2007 when it was blowing up?
23.
You were
I was in college, but I remember it in high school more than anything else. Because top 8 was a thing we talked about like in the halls. 2007
was like the height. So 2004 and 5 is when it was like growing.
Yes.
When did Facebook hit? 09? 8?
Yeah. The research says Facebook overtook them around 09 and was blowing up.
Yeah, but it started in 04.
I think that's right. Let's look.
Well, it's part of my quiz.
Because I didn't join Facebook until
there we go.
2010. So I was
we'll skip that question.
Yeah, give me some lobs this time. Should we go into the quiz? Speaking of,
let's do it.
So when was Facebook invented?
2004.
2004, not
Next
invented,
question.
Created. I know you've
Founded.
had an issue with that. Founded, whatever. 2004. It is popular among Gen Z.
Facebook is.
Yes.
We figured that out one of the other podcasts, which shocks me.
Yeah, because that was on this. What social media platform launched in 2004 and became popular among Gen Z? Fucking Facebook.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
The platform formerly known as Twitter.
X.
How many characters do you get now?
250.
No. You know, Brendo?
No.
300.
280. Remember when it was 140 and you could write like one sentence? Not that I was tweeting all the time, but...
Wait, speaking of this, do you remember Uber, which was Twitter before Twitter?
No.
Wait.
Like Uber, like...
Before Uber, our Uber existed, it had a green logo. Uber Social. You don't remember this?
No.
Uber was Twitter before Twitter, and I think the characters were even less, and it was maddening. Sorry.
It's crazy.
Keep going.
Okay, so this may or may not be easy, but what platform is widely used by Gen Z for instant messaging and sharing disappearing photos?
Snapchat.
Okay, so which one is more popular, TikTok or Snapchat?
I think it's supposed to be Snapchat because I want to say TikTok.
It is Snapchat.
How can that be? Although my sister...
Snapchat, you can monetize.
Okay,
Twitter,
but not even that.
X,
My sister does the most fucking annoying thing, which is not just a my sister
Hey, shout
thing.
out Katie. No,
shout out Katie. But it's a Gen Z annoying thing.
Yeah.
Like, they literally sit there, like at dinner. We'll be at dinner. And I'll see her phone up. And it kind of looks like she's just like typing on it.
Yes.
But I'll like peek over. And she's taking stills of her face with like little tiny like
movements.
Yes. And sending it back with like, yes. Stop fucking
No, my cousin did that
selfies.
to me once at a party. And I was like, what is happening? I'm like way too old for you to be catching me at this many angles.
Can you just text? Why do we need to see a shot of your face?
Well, and it's almost like... I find this thing where it's so bad, it's cool.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not good quality photos. It's a bunch of bullshit in a row, and it's like, that's cool. And to me, it's like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't need to see. This is a waste of my time.
It is such a waste of time and energy. And she's not present at the table. She's like just making fucking faces at her phone. It makes me want to rip the phone out of her hand and smash it on the floor. It makes me so fucking mad.
Because I think it's infuriatingly stupid.
Well, and they have this thing, which I never knew about until she told me, that are like streaks.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It's like how many times they go back and forth.
Yes.
But I don't know what the time frame is.
I don't want to fucking streak with you,
Also,
bitch.
that's just like another fucking anxiety-inducing
right.
pressure.
If you don't have any
to keep a streak.
Yeah, to keep a streak. What if I lose my streak? And it's my fault. Are you going to hate me for it? Because it's just like if I'm not in your top 8.
But can you imagine if all day, right, we're at work, and I'm just sending you pictures of my fucking face? First of all, who has time for that?
I would call Brandon and say, call the police.
Yeah. Gina is having a stroke.
Not okay.
Like, it's like I took acid.
No, it's wild.
It's, first of all, who has time?
So stupid.
Who has time?
When I see anyone in public pull out their phone and take a selfie, I'm like, you're mentally ill.
You're mentally ill and
so bad.
And you must be Gen Z. Next.
Yes. But
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
crazy. Anyone anywhere taking a selfie to me is, you have a problem.
Well, unless you are atop the Grand Canyon.
Right.
And there is something behind you that is a marvel.
Or you're atop and you go like this, looking down.
Have you ever seen those things where it's like people's like last photos and they're like,
No,
yeah.
it's too
and then
spooky. I'm
they
so
die.
scared.
That creeps
I
me
hate
out.
it. Don't even talk about it.
Okay, I don't want to go there. Go back
Last
to the quiz.
known
Are you
photo?
done with the quiz?
No.
Okay, give me more.
I just got full body shivers.
Sorry.
Oh, what Gen Z term refers to the practice of taking a break from social media?
Oh, off the grid.
No.
No, that's
Well,
right.
that was a good guess.
I'm going off the grid. OTF.
No.
That must be a millennial thing.
Yeah.
Which is why I was so excited.
Yeah. Off the grid.
Wait,
a
wait.
digital detox.
Oh, I would not have guessed that.
Yeah.
Did
Which
they
is
announce it? Which is so pathetic.
probably hashtag digital detox. Or
When
something.
you guys
on
hear,
a 16 series Snapchat.
I can't.
when you hear all these Gen Z things, how do you hear them in your brain? Do you hear them as like a teenage girl, like
Yeah, like digital detox.
yeah,
Yeah.
You're like Kim Kardashian saying it to me.
Or it's like, excuse me, I'll be back. Try not to miss me too much. I'm gonna have a digital detox. Hashtag. Wait, also, maybe I'll save this. Maybe I'll save this for my next what made me feel old.
Maybe you should. But now you just teased us really hard.
No, save it. Write it
I
down.
won't say it. I need
All right,
to
my
keep
last
it.
one's really hard because I have no idea what most of the words in this question mean.
Okay, great.
What 2020 global movement began on TikTok and involves users dancing to a specific sequence of steps?
Well, I know what it is because it's like they're like choreographed and then everyone does them.
But it's called something.
I never knew there was a name. All right, can I just guess anything?
Sure.
Dance Dance Revolution.
Honestly,
Oh my
I
God.
want to say that's like so
DDR?
bad.
Isn't that like, well, now it just reminds me of that documentary we were talking about, Dancing with the Devil.
Ugh, so good.
So that's what they're all doing.
Spooks.
Crumping.
Yes, crumping.
Is that what it's called?
No. It's,
Oh.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
The Renegade Challenge.
Because it started with that song Renegade during COVID.
Yeah, and that's where it all launched.
See,
so.
did you like
Which
that I knew
Renegade
that?
song by
Yes.
Styx?
I thought you might know because it's
No.
TikTok.
So just because I'm on TikTok doesn't mean I know the full history.
Well,
I'm just a current
that's
user.
a precursor to getting on the app.
That's fair.
Can I just say I'm very disappointed in you?
Why?
Why? He did his own research. Now he's going to school you.
On what?
Gen Z creates MySpace as no space, and there's already 500,000 people waiting to join. It's
Wait.
basically a revamped version of MySpace called
Oh, so
No
we
Space.
both failed because I didn't see that in my research either.
Yeah, why would I Google that? I was literally Googling, like for my quiz, Gen Z apps.
I typed in Gen Z MySpace, and this is what came up.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I wouldn't
cool.
have typed that in.
Yeah, why? That's just
Usually
the name
he's
of
a
the
bad
show.
Googler. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Wait,
So it's like MySpace, but with a Gen Z twist. A new old school style social network called No Space puts the focus on greater personalization, scheduled to launch in June. So it must have just launched. I don't know. There's an app I think out that had 500,000 subscribers on its waiting list.
They do have this whole, we're going to harken back to the olden days, which also makes me feel old, where I'm going to get a flip phone, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do MySpace. Like and what annoys me about it is it's they're inventing it. It's like, fuck you, we've been there, done that.
but
It's
we
irritating.
must
Got the
have
t-shirt.
done that But we must have done that to the generation before us, don't you think?
I'm sure we did.
But I think the internet age hits different.
I think it's
That's the only thing.
True, but I think it's a cycle. I think we all
absolutely. But I think that we grew up in a cusp of where the world created so fast that they're trying to double back and like quote unquote like rectify our mistakes.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, so that's what annoys me is that we lived through. We had no idea what we were doing.
Do you think there's like like a plane like in the universe of boomers doing a podcast about us? Like, fuck these millennials.
But like, what would we have
boomers.
done? We would have been like, oh, they stole bell bottoms.
I know, yeah, like we've definitely done this before, so we can't get too mad at them. But I will say
The tech stuff
flip
is
phone
different.
thing is really pissing me off.
Yeah.
It's real because like we had to suffer through that, and you're gonna bring it
And
back
you're going
like
to bring
it's
it back,
like
and I do understand not being
retro-
reliant on your phones. I get that, but don't act like you're above us. We experienced it. We've done that, you know?
like don't insult me.
Yes.
When you close out today, can you do it with the Gen Z person in your mind?
All right, let's do final thoughts so I can do it.
All right, final thoughts.
I get very overwhelmed now with the amount of things I have to keep up with.
Yes.
I like the idea of the customization and the personalization to a degree. I want things I can pick from, but I don't want free reign. I
Right.
don't want to be fucking coding
I
dolls.
like boundaries.
So I would like us to go back to one social platform. I'm fine if it's Instagram because that I feel like is my most used. But let us go a little bit of MySpace way where we can like pick and choose interfaces that like we can express.
Sure.
Although I would say stories kind of does that, and I'm
Yeah.
overwhelmed there.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not expressive.
All of it.
So maybe I take it back.
Like, it's time consuming to
It's
create
annoying.
this quote unquote personal content.
I
like,
honestly sometimes I never do it, but I'm like I need to TikTok a how-to to learn how to Instagram story.
yes, and
Isn't
like do
that
cool things.
fucked up?
But it takes a really long time. I understand why famous people have like social media managers because it's a lot of work.
It sucks.
I know.
Okay, let's fuck it all. Let's get rid of it.
No, I don't wish we had MySpace back. I don't really love social media by nature. I mean, are we shocked by that? But I do love the nostalgia of it coming into form. Like, I love that MySpace was a part of that history. I love
agree.
that, you know what I mean? Like
you can appreciate it. You didn't even have it.
absolutely. And I love that part of like MySpace, Facebook, like how we figured it out.
Yeah.
And how people were a part of it. I love that. So that's something where
It's more like the social experiment of it all.
yes.
I
I
agree.
think it's so
Tracks for
interesting.
you.
I agree completely with you. Like, I never had MySpace, but MySpace is part of
It's
my
a staple.
Yeah. And it's
Okay.
part of how we got here. So
So
I
we'll
like
leave
that.
we'll leave it in the past.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
no space. So
Well, we should check out No Space just for research
Maybe
purposes.
I should join.
we
just
should
because-
download it. The app apparently came out a few days ago.
All right,
All
I'll
right,
get
let's
an
go upstairs
account,
and do
just-
it.
Yeah.
Okay, we have stuff to do. We
I
gotta
think
go.
it's time.
Wait, do you have anything to say?
Nope.
What about how they reach us? Do it like a millennial. Do it like a Gen Zer.
It's like at mustymillennials@gmail.com. Take a photo.
That was good. Okay, do you know which word I'm going to start with?
Dusty.
Musty.
So we gotta go because we're gonna take digital media detox. I added a word. Digital media is so fucking old sounding. Okay, we're gonna take a digital detox. So for now, we are the crustiest, mustiest, dustiest Gen Zers you ever did see. Ta-ta.
This one, Chloe will appreciate.
Oh. I hope she
Everyone's
notices.
gonna be like, "What the fuck was that?" Okay, are you ready to dive in?
Dun, dun.
What is that?
Are you ready? Isn't that a Taylor Swift song?
I don't know. Wow, that one fell flat. Talk about references people don't get.
Get out of here.
Okay, so-
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, no, I know it now, but it wasn't anywhere near how it really sounds.
Oh, were you actually starting?
Yeah. Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start over.
No.
No,
You're
we're moving
ruining
through.
this.
Keep going.
Okay.
I want to know about fucking MySpace.
Shh, I have to start over.